Hello everyone. Now we'll be doing page 29. Here we just need to estimate. Here the title is estimating products. When I told you before, if we have about how much or estimate the product or estimate the answer, this means we need to round. To estimate, you can round 3-digit numbers to the nearest hundred and round 4-digit numbers to the nearest thousand. The thing is that I will look at the biggest or greatest place in the number, and then I will round to the nearest to the nearest hundred or the nearest thousand. And if the number is in the hundreds, and if the biggest place is 100, here we have hundreds, here we have ones, tens, and hundreds. So the biggest place is the 100. So I will round to the nearest 100. In number 2, we have the biggest place is the 1000. So I will round to the nearest 1000. Okay? I'm trying to get rid of the numbers that we have. I'm trying to get rid of the smaller numbers, the less numbers that we have. So I'm trying to have only one place, and the other numbers we want them to be turned into zeros. That's why we will round. Now, because as I told you before, when we multiply numbers that have zeros, it's easier than multiplying a number that has different numerals in the digits. Let's start. Now we'll be doing from 1 to 6, estimate the product. This means I don't need to give the exact answer, I need to estimate. I will round, then we will multiply. I have 4 times 279, we will round to the nearest 100. So I'm going to round to the nearest 100. Here we're not to the nearest, round to the nearest 100. Okay, I'm not going to write this. Let's immediately round it. Now, so find your place. We're rounding to the nearest 100. Find your place. Find the 100th place. Now 2. Look next door. Now next door is 7. So find your place. Look next door. Next door we have 7. If 5 or greater, add 1 more. So I will add 1 to the 2. Now, numbers on the left, we don't have numbers on the left. Numbers on the left stay the same. Numbers on the right, I don't want these numbers anymore. They will become 0. So now, I will add 1 to the 2. So it will become 3. And then I will change the numbers on the right to zeros. So it's 300. So I'm going to write 300. Now, 4 times 3 equals 12. And then we will add the zeros. Now let's run to the nearest 1000. So find your place, look next door. If 5 or greater, add 1 more. So we will add 1 to the 4, so it will become 5. We don't have numbers on the left. Numbers on the left stay the same. We don't have any number. Numbers on the right, 0 is your name. So I will erase these numbers. I'm just gonna replace these numbers by zeros. So 1, 2, 3. So it's 5,000. So I'm going to write here 5,000. Now, 9 times 5 equals 45. And then I will add zeros. Number 3, we need to round to the nearest tens, because I have only ones and tens. Now, find your place, look next door. If 5 or greater, add 1 more. So this will become 9. Numbers on the left stay the same. We don't have numbers on the left. Number on the right, 0 is your name. I will replace it by 0. So I'm going to put 90. Now 8 times 9, as I told you in the strategy of the number 9. Check the video. I put the number that is immediately before the 8. So what number comes before 8? It's 7. And the ones and the tens should make 9. So the ones will be 2. Now how many zeros do we have? 1 0 over here. So I'm just going to put the 0 here. Number 5, the same. We will just round and multiply. Now I will round to the nearest 100. So find your place, look next door. If 5 or greater, add one more. So I will add 1 here. So it will be 200. And these will be turned into 0 times 4 equals 2 times 4 equals 8. And then I add the zeros. Now let's round this to the nearest thousand. I have 3 times. Now find your place, look next door. If 5 or greater, add one more. So this will be 2. Numbers on the right, 0 is your name. 3 times 2 equals 6, and then I add the zeros. Now 8,210, find your place, look next door. It's 2. So if 4 or less, let it rest. Don't do anything. Leave the number alone. So I'm just going to put 8,000. I don't want these numbers. We will replace them by zeros. Times 2. Now 8 times 2 is 16. And then I add the zeros. Now in exercises 7 to 9, we need to estimate to check if the answer is reasonable. Now let's round. They gave us the answer here. We need to know, is it correct or incorrect? Is it reasonable or not? Now we need to round, so I have 578. We will round to the nearest 100. Find your place, look next door. If 5 or greater, add one more, so this will be 600. So I'm going to put 600 times 8 equals 8 times 6 equals 48. And we add the zeros. Now, is 4,624 close to 4,800? Yes, it is, so it's reasonable. It's close, near. Now, let's do number 8. I have 8,230. They are telling you that the answer is 2,469. Is it reasonable? Let's see. Let's round this to the nearest thousand. I have 2 here, so I will let it rest. So I'm not going to change it. I will let it rest. And we'll change the numbers to zeros. So 8,000. Now 3 times 8 equals 24. And here we have the zeros. So I have 24,000. Is it close? I have 2,469. So is it reasonable? No, it's not. Now the last one. I need to round. I have the answer 2023. We need to check if the answer is reasonable. Let's round this to the nearest 100. I have 8. Find your place. Look next door. I have 8. So we need to add one more. So it will be 300. 7 times 300. 7 times 3 is 21. And then I add the zeros. Now, is it close? Yes, it is. It is reasonable.